approached the river Carriage. A spiky red bridge lay across the river. We attempted to cross the fierce-looking red bridge. The bridge retaliated by knocking us away. It revealed itself to be a beast. The Red Sea Dragon roared, causing me to cuss. Virgil pulled from his robe a red and white orb. The orb pulled the Red Sea Dragon within it. When the orb clicked, we nicknamed the dragon Norb. Virgil released the dragon Norb from the orb. Virgil told Norb to help us cross the river. And once on the land, Norb the orb would absorb. Before us stood a darkened maze of shadow. A figure I swore I saw about the corner. It vanished as we approached the maze, although in his place rest a note, nailed to the dark wall. As I reached out for it, Virgil smacked me down. 'Tis a curse that note bestoweth upon all. As he declared this, a scream I heard to my left. What was that, my master? I asked, looking there. 'Twas the cupcakes baking, he replied, quite deft. Down the right path we walked, away from the screams. The dark maze curved left and right, forward and back. All the way we heard the screams that haunt all our dreams. A ghastly screech we heard. A man passed us by. A shadow followed the man and he collapsed. I turned to my master Virgil and asked why. Then Virgil said that this is no fiesta. A young girl approached us. Her name was Katie. We are those who do not like creepypasta. Katie is one of the many in the stem. Here is where you not only hear the pasta, but you may also be forced to live through them. Katie would lead us to the end of the maze. She could not leave, however, only watch us. Like the others, she would be left there to craze. They would live through the terrors that they hated. This was their curse, this was their burden to bear, all the while to the next story baited. What appeared in front of us next surprised me. Pixilated gravel huts and wooden shacks, set on a sunny plain with many a tree. Master, how come this is such a peaceful place? You are far from right, my master corrects me, because you see this is a quite unique case. These people build their houses in the sunshine, but as soon as it sets, the creatures come out. First come the exploded, bright green deformed swine. These creepers explode the sinners' built houses. Then the repulsive humanoid beings appear, shredding the sinners into tiny pieces. Readers, you should probably question what they did. Of course, I asked the master of the sinner's sin. They disliked video games, even as kids. Virgil looked disgusted while saying this sin. The thought of disliking games made me retch. Virgil said to hurry, so we keep our skin. For in 10 minutes the sun will set down soon. If we do not reach the other side, we are doomed. So we move with much haste while it is still noon. The sinners scramble to build their small shelters, even though it is an eternity of uselessness. Glad I am not them, I think, as we leave them as blurs. We reached the third ring and there started a line. Men and women from all ages waited there. It was hard to see, for the sun could not shine. It was such a long line, the front was unseen. Master, what awaits at the front of this line? It is a ghastly man who is so obscene. I followed Virgil beside the lined-up crowd. Each person bore a spiteful look on their face. Ignore their mean looks, what we do is a laugh. A tall, dark figure who wore a white skull mask loomed over the head of the line, menacing. What is he doing? I was going to ask. I am punishing them, Reaper Death Chop. What did they do? I asked, confused of the crime. They dislike anime, so they get a bop. I laughed as they were injured by the tall shade. By the way, I am Lord Death, Reaper Death Chop. I laughed because for once I was not afraid. Virgil led me away from the Lord of Death. A second group was ahead. Hudson stood there. Before it was Hudson's turn, he took a breath. A dog-human hybrid shouted out, "Windscar!" The sword he wielded shot out many sharp winds. The mighty wind from the sword was quite bizarre. Once the men fell, they rose from the ground again. They climbed to their feet and walked away from there. They would rather face Lord Death than the swordsman. Virgil pulled the orb that held Norb from his robe. Norb, Virgil, my master shouted, "Now you fly." Norb lifted us and flew us around the globe.